Can you hear me? Hey, Calabear, thanks for stopping in. Excellent. Uh, I'm new to all this. This was real crappy the other day, but uh, they said it looked okay earlier, so hopefully the picture's good enough. Not that them poles are doing anything, but looking pretty. They look great. They just don't have no fish on the end of them. Considering it's what, December 13th or something like that, and I'm sitting out here in a long sleeve t-shirt, I'm good with that. Yeah, I was kind of blown away. Actually, I wish I'd have come yesterday. There wasn't no wind and it was sunny. Well, I thought it was going to be like that today. Heck, the wind's been blowing 10, 15 mile an hour coming and going. It's going to get real bad this evening, I guess. I was hoping I may be able to move down there to the left of me, about 400 yards or so, and get out of the wind if it does blow. It's coming out of the south, and I may be able to still fish. We'll see. I'm not even sure, to be honest with you, if I'm in the right spot here. I've never fished here before, but one pole's out kind of deep and the other one's kind of shallow. And it won't take too much to load my crap up and head down there later if nothing happens here in the next hour or so. Besides my sumo rod getting ready to fall over sideways with my hot dog roaster uh, fishing rod holder because I didn't have none. I'm as country as it gets. There's all kind of evidence of people fishing here, so I suppose there's fish here. Put my sweatshirt on, it's getting a little cool. The sun went back. Breeze picking up. Oh, that's better. That's better. Hey, Lapping Catfish, how you doing, man? Just out here trying to learn how to cast big fishing poles. Never really done it before. This kind of shallow right here. I'm thinking about moving over there where the deeper part of the lake is. I just honestly, I don't know where the catfish would be at this time of year. I've never catfished much, and never this time of year. I think you can see them both, can't you? Yep, you can see both of them poles. Cool. But I was just sitting here looking over there thinking, man, the only bad part is when the wind comes up, it's blowing over there where I'd be sitting at. But what is it Grandpa used to say? You gotta suffer to fish if you want to catch them. Especially this time of year. So I'm gonna, I don't know, give it what, 15 more minutes or so right here. I haven't had a hit on either pole since I got here. Thank you, sir. I'm actually casting these out not pretty far for just beginning, to be honest with you. And I haven't got any backlash or anything yet in that spinning reel, so I'm happy with that, considering I've never used one before. What time is it, y'all? Do you know? Oh, I'm pretty sure I will. There's no doubt in my mind. I did it in the garage, setting a small dial, to be honest with you. You know, letting the sinker fall to the ground. But I think I'm going to move out there on that point and fish out there in the deep part. Like I said, I don't know, where catfish are this time of year. And I'm fishing a place I've never actually been to before. But it looks like all the tackle and stuff's out there on that point, or between here and that point. I just came over here to get out of the wind, to be honest with you. So I think I'm going to have to toughen up a little bit and go out there where there might be fish. If anything, I'd feel better about it. Which I think I'm going to leave this phone and them poles sitting there and move my stuff down there, and then I'll switch everything over to down there, I think. Because I've been here, probably a good hour, I'd say. I don't know. And this is shallow right here, so maybe they're in the deep water. And there ain't but one way to find out, is there? Me and my fancy tackle box. My cardboard box with a Pop-Tart, some candy, and a little bit of tackle. You gotta love it. The chair's gonna blow in the lake if I ain't careful. See what we got besides a mess. Yeah, that chair almost made it to the lake. I got another one in the car, but I still didn't want to get my feet wet getting that one out of the lake, I reckon. Let's see what we do over here in the deep water. You just never know. It's prettier over here, but a whole lot windier. Let me know if y'all are getting that wind noise. Okay, because if you are, I'm going to try and put this behind something so there ain't a lot of wind. Great, I see a stick sticking up right out there. Right there. What's the odds there's a big branch or something right out there? Probably pretty good. I'll get this all fixed up here after I get my poles right and everything. Get my blow away chair. I brought the light one so I wouldn't have to carry the heavy one. Thinking the heavy one might have been a better idea. Alright, poles are in. Could be getting close to lunchtime. Let's see if I get the camera fixed up for us. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Amateur day at Facebook Live studio. I'm going to try and block the wind so as it when you hear a lot of wind, everybody, hello everybody. Okay, cool. I didn't know if there was a bunch of wind sound. If there gets to be a bunch of wind, let me know and I'll move that around and get it out of the wind. Like it's a chance of doing that today. Get my gloves before they blow in the lake. I may have to go get a tent stake. Keep keep my chair down every time I get up. Let's see here. Let me try something. Hey George, how are you doing, man? Really nice to have people here, to be honest with you. Considering I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. But I think if I set this box on that, yeah, that's cool. It lets it sit up a little higher. Hey Rusty, how are you, buddy? I appreciate you guys a lot. You have no idea. This is pretty neat. I don't feel so alone. Now if we just get one of them poles to bend one time, I'll go home happy tonight. But it's hard telling. I got a bluegill fillet with the skin on it on one, and a hot dog on the other with the jello stuff. I forgot the Kool-Aid, but I did put some garlic on it, so we'll see. If there's any carp in here, hell, they'll eat anything. Hey, Miss M, how are ya? It's really good to see all you people, man. That stokes me up. I am so happy. I ain't been happy in a long time, but this fishing's making me that way, though. I know that. I'll be honest, even if I don't catch no fish, I'll be glad I was out here than I would have been sitting at the house doing nothing. I think it's about time for a Mountain Dew refill, because as we know, Mountain Dew is the nectar of the gods, according to me anyway. Those who know, know. Yeah, my doctor's on me every time I get a physical. She's like, "Are you still drinking Mountain Dew?" And I always tease her and say, "Well, you mean that nectar of the gods?" "Why, of course I am." She says, "That stuff's going to kill you." I'm like, yeah, it's all right. If all the stuff I done in the 70s and 80s didn't kill me, by God, I don't think Mountain Dew will do her. Now, my crappy diet might do that, but not the Mountain Dew. 'Cause I eat horrible. For instance, I have Pop-Tarts and candy. Oh, crap. My fat ass ain't supposed to run like that. Oh, everything's going to hell when the wind come up. Let's see if we can get a handle on it. Fresh Mountain Dew spilling out. Should have known better than put the can laying there like that. See, I told you guys it would be comical today. I told you. There was no doubt in my mind it would be funny. And that's just the beginning. The wind's not even blowing yet. Okay, fish, I'm paying my dues here. Stuff falling everywhere. I've believe you owe me one bump at least. Oh, I know. It was an empty can, thank goodness. Because I would not want to make the nectar gods mad by spill. But I did, my cup did fall over and spill some out though. So I'll have to make amends to my Mountain Dew idol when I get home. You know, I think I will. I would really like to stay out here till dark just to try my light on them poles and see how they look with the light I got. I don't know if it'd be bright enough or not. It sure was bright enough in the house, I know that. I had an appraisal I could have done today. I seen the house yesterday, but it's technically not due till Monday. So what is today? Wednesday? Yeah, I never thought about that. Letting them fish get a whiff of that nectar. Yeah, by golly, that might work. Like I said, I've never been here before, so, you know, I'll just work my way around this lake. I could be in the entire wrong spot, you know what I mean? I won't know. That's part of it, I reckon, is learning the bodies of water you're fishing. I know some places when it gets warm I'm going to go that I know for a fact there's big catfish in. But I just wanted to get out today, to be honest with you. Dr. Pepper. I got a buddy I raced dirt bikes with my whole life. That's all he drinks is Dr. Pepper. Now, I forget who it was the other day was talking about their grandpa spit his chewing tobacco on his bait. My dad and Gary Moore used to do that. They'd spit chewing tobacco of the red man before they all went to school. I need to make my phone Wi-Fi and use my pad, then I'd be able to see it better. I suppose I could bring it closer. Can you hear the wind, or is it still okay? Because I hate hearing the wind when I listen to them. I usually shut them off. Let's see if I can get this a little closer to me and raise it up just a tad so I can see when people make words. There we go. Miss M, you need help blocking the wind. I'm tolerating the wind today, but I knew I should have went yesterday, you know what I mean? It was sunny, there was very little wind, and I had no excuse really for not going yesterday afternoon. I could have done it. Because I seen a house, I don't know, about 11 o'clock, and I was home by noon, 12:30 at the latest. If I would have come out yesterday afternoon, at least I'd have been sitting here in the sun all day with no wind. I'm trying to move this closer to block any wind. Hey man, thanks Chrissy Brown. I appreciate that so much. You have no idea. This is the first time I ever done this. And it's really, you know, and it sounds corny, but it's heartwarming that people come in and say hi, be honest with you. It lets me know that I'm going to work my way into being accepted in a group of people that I admire, because they've done nothing but welcome me with open arms since I discovered them. Maybe one of them will feel pity on me and teach me how to fish. Yeah. Yep, I agree. You know, and I gotta remember, I'm sitting out here in pair of bibs and a light sweatshirt in December. You know what I mean? So I really don't have anything that I should be complaining about. I could be sitting at home with 4 or 5 inches of snow on the ground being miserable. That'll work, that'll work. 74 Mississippi, I'll come down there and go fishing. I no doubt in my mind, y'all probably got big fish down there too, because it stays warm all the time. Lets them grow year round. I bet you guys got big bluegill down there too, don't you? Yeah, that wind's not going to do anything to get worse from here on out today, just like that. I get out of my chair, I got to turn it over because it tries to blow it away. But you'd think even the carp would get hungry eventually. There's a big reservoir over by me that I go to, but there's absolutely nowhere to get out of the wind there. Not that I mean, it's wide open, so it would have been blowing over there. This here, I got shelter from the tree line back there a little bit. Miss M, I sure wish I could help you out with a place. You wouldn't want to live up here though, take my word for it. It sucks up here. It was a nice place to live in central Indiana until all the factories left in the 80s and 90s, early 90s. Town I grew up in had a Chevy factory, a Delco factory, and Borg-Warner transmissions. And I don't know how many thousands of people they employed, but you know, everybody had a good job. Neighborhoods were nice and clean, and everyone took pride in their houses. Well, now it ain't nothing there but drugs and the university, and if it wasn't for the university, there probably wouldn't be a town there, to be honest with you. And the only reason I'm there is to take care of my parents. My son lives over closer to Indy, in a nice place by a really big lake, which is where I'll be after my parents is gone. Oh, really? Yep. Shelbyville's a nice town, actually. I appraised a few houses there when I, done more around the Indy market and stuff, but I'm too far north now. It just ain't cost prohibitive to drive over there. I do not know. That's a little north of me. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if it's shut down, but I think it's cut back as far as the amount of employees. It was kind of a yin and yang thing. Unions are great when it comes to, for instance, my father retired from the operators union. He was a crane operator, and my best friend was a journeyman electrician. Okay, those are skilled trade unions, and you learn a trade and you do quality work. And a lot of my friends' dads worked at Chevrolet, and I'm not going to lie, in the 70s, they sat around, played cards, and smoked dope, and got drunk all day. That's why all the cars rusted and fell apart, and you don't see nothing from the 70s anymore. And when they passed NAFTA, their whole idea behind that was to bust the union strength in the Midwest. Now you're lucky if you get a factory job around here making $18 an hour and no benefits. Where my uncle, he retired out of Delco Remy, and his retirement was awesome. He could still go in and buy a car at like the Chevrolet place for the employee discount. He used to go in and buy a pickup truck every year. He would drive it, trade it in for the next year model, and one year with the discount, they ended up having to give him money. The car dealership guy just shook his head. But he had downsized. I looked at a new GMC yesterday. We took Dad's Enclave over to Buick Place. The sunroof drains got clogged, which I don't. Evidently, they designed them cars with a sunroof, so they know they're going to leak. They put drains in them, and I'm thinking, well, couldn't you design them not to leak, or else don't make them? Because when the drain clogs up, the little trough around there fills up with water, and you don't know the drain's clogged until you get water in the car. Oh yeah, Seymour's cool. That's nice land down there. It gets nice and hilly down that part of Indiana. You go a little more southwest and it gets really hilly. Where we go fishing over there, Linton and Duggar, which isn't real far from Seymour, to the west I think it is, they got strip pits there. There's just full great big slab bluegills. I'm glad I didn't bring my dog with me, because there's a lady walking a big German Shepherd, and my little dog would have pulled me out of the chair by now trying to get to it. Gosnell, Indiana, you know, it's in that vicinity. Jasonville, actually, that's where Leffing, that's where we go, to Shakamak State Park in Jasonville. We've been going bluegill fishing there for 40 years, probably every year. We rent a cabin. And Shakamak State Park, we've been, like I said, in fact, my dad, I took him twice this year. He's 84, and it's getting harder each year because he won't listen. He won't put a life jacket on, and we got a small boat, and it just drives me crazy. But my buddy puts it in perspective and says he'd love to be able to take his dad fishing because, you know, he's not around no more. So even though it's frustrating, we go every year. I think he's starting to get a little dementia. Come on, fishies. I see all kinds of stuff laying around here that shows people's been fishing here. Yeah, dementia. My grandmother lived with us up until last spring, and she's 101. So at one time, I was looking out after Mom, Dad, and her. Mom's 80, Dad's 84, but Grandma's dementia got so bad that there just wasn't anything we could do. We had to put her in a nursing home this year, and it's horrible. I mean, you literally watch them lose their mind, basically. You know, she has no clue where she's at. But she still knows me when I go see her, which is cool. She didn't know my cousin the last time she went, and it hurt her feelings real bad. And I tried to explain to her it's just gonna be like that, you know. Hey, old leg, how are you, buddy? Thanks for stopping in and seeing me. You guys have no idea what it means to me. It'd really be nice if I could catch a fish on my brand new fishing poles. I have to break the juju off of them and get them fished. I take them out the reservoir by the house and catch some carp or something. If I don't say hi to you, it's because I'm using my phone. It's sitting down there, and I can barely see the words coming through. There's a bunch of rocks down that bank, great big rocks and some trees and stuff in the water. Not real sure. I won't maybe cast one of mine over that way a little bit. Two things happen. I get hung up and have to retie everything, or I might catch a fish over here. I think it's worth the risk myself. I think that's what I'll do. I just gotta figure out which one I want to put over there. Yeah, Rustic man, I'm kicking myself in the ass for not stopping and getting any. And it's still early enough in the day. I'm less than 2 miles from a Payless grocery store, so I'm not real sure I won't, you know. But I gotta load everything up, which is kind of a pain in the ass, considering I am the laziest human being on the planet. So, I don't know what, I thought about it, and I should have done it. But I went ahead and done the hot dog thing with the Jello or whatever and throwed some garlic on it. And then I had some bluegill fillets with the skin on them in the freezer I thawed out. Dang, 72. I'd die for that. But I'm not going to complain. I think the low last night overnight was 50. You know, and usually this time of year we're chancing sitting in snow. So I'm not going to complain. And if I do, I'm wrong for doing it. I didn't have the camera on the first 2 casts I made when I got here. And boy, I'm going to tell you, it was discouraging. No, no luck yet. Well, I guess I'm lucky I'm not working. But other than that, not one of them poles moved yet. I'd be real excited to catch a fish on a new pole. Like I said, I've never fished, with big poles like this. Heck, I was just glad I finally got to where I could cast it out more than 20 feet. It's all uphill from here. If the wind noise gets bad, y'all say something and I'll move that in closer because I can't stand that. I gotta agree, man. I agree, Skull. The longer I wait, the bigger. And let's face it, I got here, what? 11:30, 12 o'clock. If I was smart, I'd have rolled in here about 4. Oh, okay, yeah. Like I said, I'm new, but I know what you mean about the mod thing. And I have one, I thought. Because I don't ever think about that stuff, be honest with you. You get a mod, you get a mod, you get a mod. I'd be like, what's her name? Oprah. Everybody gets to be a mod. Because all these names here I know. Hey, Chunk, man, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for stopping by and saying hey. Like I was saying earlier, I know you missed it. I'm just glad I didn't have the camera on the first couple casts because they didn't go but maybe 20 feet. So I practiced a little bit, and finally, I don't know, I probably got out there 50 yards right now, which I'm pretty stoked on. Hey, Rez, how you doing, man? I didn't see it, buddy. Sorry I didn't say hi. The phone sits down there low, and I just happened to pick it up now, and I'm scrolling back through. Make all you people I'd already know modulators or whatever they're called, and then I don't have to worry about it. But most of the chats I've been in, and which is what kind of attracted me to the community when I started, watching lives and stuff, most of the people are pretty cool. But, as with anything, you're always going to have 1 or 2 people that'll make it crappy for everybody else. I should really eat my ham sandwich. But that's what sucks. I never really get hungry. I have to make myself eat. Anybody have it like that where I go all day without eating? And then about 6 o'clock, I'm like, my God, I haven't eaten anything today. Drinking Mountain Dew and When I drive, I munch on some candy. Hey, Martin, how are you, buddy? I munch on some candy when I drive so I don't smoke as much, because with my job, I drive around, see houses a lot. Oh, I can do that. And I'm sitting at a bad angle. I'm directly behind them, but because of the wind, I kind of didn't have much of a choice. Let's see here. Boy, that's touchy, isn't it? Is that better? Hence the name Chunky, right? I like it. Oh, goodness. I'm fat, don't get me wrong. My biggest things, I eat at the wrong times. It'll be after dark in the late evening time when I start to eating. And then it ain't nothing good. I'll eat junk, fast food, and a lot of that stuff because, mom and them. In fact, I seen the guy pulled in across the road yesterday or today when I was leaving, and he delivers meals to the old guy across the road, and I got the pamphlet from him to see who it is. I think it goes through Medicaid or something like that, because they don't eat well neither. What's happening here? That ain't right. I'm messing it all up. Hey, Ketchin, how are you? If I don't say hi to you, man, y'all don't get mad. It's a small phone. I got crappy eyes. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, hog leg. There we go. I'm caught up. Woo! Here comes the wind they were talking about. They're talking about 30-mile-an-hour winds this evening, maybe. Yeah. I'll work on getting the poles in there better for you. I'm in kind of a sketchy spot as far as when I'm not at home. Goodbye. Thank you. Have a good day. No, I don't want to appraise your property. Call me next Monday. Wind's starting to move everything now, isn't it? Yep. And this thing is awful touchy on moving it back and forth as far as in and out goes. I'll learn. Oop, that's the wrong way. Come on. I hate phones, I'm not gonna lie. I suck at them. What did I do? Now it won't back out. See, y'all made me mess with the darn focus. There we go. I ain't touching it again. You just have to watch them for now. I can mess up so quick, man. Oh, now what have I got? The heck did that come from? I got some pictures across the screen now. How do I get rid of? Oh, there we go. All right. Let's see. I keep this down here. It probably keeps the wind noise away pretty decent. And for the first time ever doing this, I'm happy. I just wish I could read it when I have it sitting down there. It's kind of nice here, actually. There's a road back there, but other than that, it's pretty quiet. Hey, Hogleg, how you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. There's a big old tree down right over there, and if I'd have brought my ultralight, I no doubt in my mind, I could cast over with a little jig and grab a couple bluegill. I know for a fact I could. Thank you, Martin. This is my first time, and like I said, the first few casts, boy, I'm not going to say I was discouraged, but it wasn't pretty. And I was like, man, I know I can do this. So I just, the first one I didn't have enough weight on for, I've never fished with 20-pound tests. I'd have to say the heaviest test I've ever used is maybe 8 pounds in all my life. So this stuff here is definitely a different world if you want to get it out there any. That and these long poles. I always, I use small poles. In fact, the only thing I ever fish for is panfish, ultralights. It's kind of why I came here, because I'm out on this little peninsula out here, and there's literally no trees, nothing around me that I could hit trying to cast. Because there's one place by the river I looked at the other day when I was driving back from seeing the house over here. And there's a bridge, and there's a bunch of trees squished up against, a big thing of trees. And I thought, man, that'd be a good place. And there's really not a lot of room to cast, so I'm glad I didn't go there. You know what I mean? Right now, for until I learn how to cast these, because it would have been miserable. I would have been stuck in the trees, and my poles would have been hitting trees. There is a Pop-Tart in this. Yeah, that's what I did. I added more weight, and it helped a lot. It started, where I was actually getting it out there where I wanted it to be. Heck yeah, Pop-Tarts. We're rocking the blueberry Pop-Tart today. Usually it's strawberry, but I decided to try something different. That's how you get a big belly like mine. You eat these Pop-Tarts. And I got a can of Pringles. Yeah, I eat healthy. Oh, well, life's too short, man. You might as well enjoy it. Yeah, strawberry, that's usually what we get, to be honest with you. I usually get like the box of 12 or whatever. But they didn't have them. They had the variety pack box. So I grabbed that because Pop usually eats one every morning for breakfast. Because there's a Dollar General store close to me, and I'll swing in there and grab stuff like that, as opposed to going to Walmart, because I hate going to Walmart. I'm running a Sanity rig. Well, the best I could do anyway. I watched some videos and stuff, and it sure looks easier to tie all that stuff on a video than it does when you're sitting there doing it yourself. And they're pretty close, and because I'm in a pond, I didn't tie it up like I'm going to when I'm in the river. Yeah, Walmart's the worst, man. And Mom used to go, and that was kind of the only thing she had. She's 80 now. Well, her eyesight's going, and she can't even do that now. She had to quit driving, which broke her heart. And she was always a really independent woman anyway. So I feel so bad for her. Oh, no worries, man. You're welcome. I'm just glad someone actually came in and watched, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. It kind of made my day. You guys have no idea. I live in a house with two 80-year-old people who go to bed by 7 o'clock every freaking night, okay? So just the fact that there are human beings watching this that I can interact with is pretty nice. Oh yeah, Walmart's horrible. There were the little grocery stores in my town. Like the first job I ever had was stocking shelves at the grocery store down the street from me, and they're all gone because they put freaking Walmart in my town. Oh yeah, it is the beginning. I'm stoked, man. I can't wait for warm weather. Are you kidding me? Because I got to be honest, I work for myself, and I don't have to work every day if I don't want to. And it's been a long time since I've worked 5 days a week. And the job I do, I make good money, so I'm a simple guy. I don't need a lot, you know what I mean? So I don't have to work as hard as the person who wants to have the brand new car and the, 4,000 square foot house and that shit like that. I pretty much got everything I want in life. Hey, Laughing Cat, nice to see you again. Like I said, if you come in and I don't say hi, it's because I can't see them words down there. But if I move the phone up, then the wind's blowing too hard. So I either hurt your feelings and you don't hear the wind, or I say hi and you can't hear me say hi because the wind's blowing. I bet this little lake's not a bad little bass lake, because there's no bank access besides where I'm at, and the banks are all real steep, and there's trees down around every one of them. Not catching, I'm fishing. But I'm trying to catch, I'm not gonna lie. That might muffle the sound some, but it might also make the wind noise go away. Yep, exactly, the 3-bedroom thing. That's what I mean. I'm at the point now, I had to move back to my hometown to where my parents are. It's the house I grew up in, because they weren't going to move. And Pop had colon cancer, so I'm the only kid left, so I had to, move back there to help them, take care of them. And when they're gone, my son just bought a house in a nice little town north of Indy. And I laughed. He called me and said, "We bought 4 bedrooms. That way you got a place to live when Grandma and Grandpa are gone." And I'm like, okay, man, I appreciate it. Which means I'm probably going to buy me a motorhome and spend most of my time going around fishing. Can you still hear me, or did the glove I put over the speakers make it where you can't hear me no more? Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I wish I'd have brought my ultralight. I could go right over there and catch a live bluegill and cut it in half and put half on each hook, and probably be better bait than the fillets that was in the freezer. Yeah, I don't know how people in California afford it. I went surfing out there one time, a little bit north of San Diego, up Encinitas. And man, I get why people live in California, but golly, I don't know how you afford it. I mean, I made decent money, and there's no way I could live out there. Well, not live anywhere that I'd want to live. I don't want to have bars on my windows. I wonder, is there a way to make it where the chat doesn't fade out when nobody's chatting, and where it actually stays on the screen? Does anybody know anything about that? Yeah, I think what I'll have to do is mess with it when I'm at home sitting at my desk. Man, I'm sorry you lost your home. I'm a real estate appraiser, and that real estate crash was heartbreaking. I would have to go in and do the HUD foreclosure appraisals. And the worst thing would be in inspecting these vacant houses, right? Well, you'd go into the garage, and on the trim board next to the door of the garage, there'd be the little lines with the dates where their kids had been growing up, you know what I mean? And they had lost their house because some shitty ass loan officer sold them a bad loan. And it was just so heartbreaking. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of appraisers to blame for that too. I call them the number hitter guys. The loan officer would call them and say, I need X to do my deal, and somehow miraculously the house comes in at that. It's probably why I'll never be rich. Are you down laughing? Surgery or something like that? Oh man, dude, I am so sorry to hear that. Is it healing all right? I've had some buddies that had back surgery that turned out really, really bad. I mean, the the healing process and stuff didn't go well. One of them ended up actually with staph and ended up in the hospital laying on his belly for, what, a month and a half, almost 2 months. Miss T, I'm telling you, man, you're fortunate and blessed to own your home. Who said that only needs the 50 hook sets? I probably have already found them, because every time I watch a log, I hit on the names and go through and make sure I'm following them. Oh, you're shitting me, or you're kidding me. 5 hours you walked out? Man. Well, my mom's back's really, really bad. She has a curvature of her spine. Her doctor, to this day, still, she's 80, and he still says, I cannot believe you're not in a wheelchair. Yeah, no, man, if the least amount of debt you can have, the better off you are. I don't own much, but I have no debt at all. In fact, I just paid my car off last month. Yeah, I'm going through YouTube also for my live. I don't know, I guess they say there's a difference in the quality and you can only have X amount of people on the live at one time. But I don't have that many people anyway, so it's not like it would bother me any. Alright. Yep, that's right. Just the bills I have, and I'm not going to lie, I waste more money than I should. I don't save much, but I don't know. I see life different. Hey, hello, Jody. Thank you so much for coming by. I see life different, you know. If you save all your money till it's time to retire, well, what happens if it's time to retire and your health sucks and you can't do anything? So I would rather do now and worry about later, you know. It's probably not the greatest philosophy on earth, but, you know, I've raced dirt bikes for, what, 40 years? I've had one knee replacement, my shoulders and stuff are bad, so I'm going to do everything I can now, because by the time I'm 70 or 80, I'll be lucky if I can get out of a chair. Oh, cool. I'm going to have to walk up here to the car real quick. If I get a bite, y'all yell, even though I won't hear you. And I'm sorry you can't see the poles any better, but this is my first time. I'll work on the details. I'm just pretty stoked, to be honest with you, that I actually got it to go live. I know that wind's getting chilly. I'm gonna probably wish I had wore or brought another sweatshirt with me. If you come in and I haven't said hi, I apologize. I can't. The phone's probably about 3 feet away from me, and I just can't see it that well. Okay, cool, Miss D or Miss Meir. I'll see you when you get back, all right? I appreciate you stopping in and seeing me. I really, really do. Not that there's a whole lot of catching going on, but I'm not sitting looking at a computer screen right now, so I'll take it. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Is it on your end or is it on my end? I have no idea. And I don't think it lets me type when I'm in the live thing like that. Not that I know of. I'm afraid to touch anything because I'm afraid I'll mess it up. Hey, NC, how you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hey. Oh, okay, so it's on his end then. All right, that'll work. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm afraid to touch anything. It's working, and the wind ain't too bad, and I'm like, well, let's let it set right where it's at and don't mess with it no more. I think I probably, if it ain't raining tomorrow and the 30-mile-an-hour wind like they're talking about, I think I'll go out to the reservoir by my house and see if I do better out there. But like I said, I don't know when you catfish this time of year. Do you fish deep? Do you fish shallow? Yeah, and hey, how are you, largemouth? And me being new to catfishing, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have no idea at all. Hell, I wouldn't even know where to catch bluegill at this time of year. I haven't really ever fished this late into the year. But watching all these people, all you guys catch catfish, it's like, man, I gotta go out. I'm gonna go out and try it. If we get another warm spell like this, I'll drive down to Ohio River. I think it's maybe 2.5 hours from here. And there's a dam, the Markland Locks, which I know how to get to, and I guess there's access from the bank down from it a little ways. Oh, I forget who was telling me. Chad, I think it might have been. I wish I knew I can see places where people's had fires before, so I suppose you can build fires here, but it's like a city park, so I don't know. And with the wind blowing like it is, it probably wouldn't be any good to build one anyhow. The one on the left is an Uncle Lou with a bait caster. Oh, I forget. It's like Pacifun, Pacifun. And the one on the right's a Catfish Sumo chopstick with an Avenger spinning reel. I just got them. This is the first time I've ever used poles this big. And at first it was quite the learning experience, but I'm getting it. By the time summer gets here, I should be able to cast them more than 30 feet, I'm hoping. You know, I'll be honest with you, it's probably a night bite here too, especially being a lake, but it's like, what the heck, I'm going to go out anyway and see what happens. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, NC. Oh. Gosh darn it. See, I have to move it up here so I can see. And thank you guys so much for coming in and sitting with me. I greatly appreciate it. You have no idea. Yeah, it was real nice yesterday. I'm wishing so much that I would have done it yesterday. It was sunny and hardly no wind whatsoever. And today I haven't seen the sun but maybe for 3 or 4 minutes. And this is the calmest the wind's been since I got here. But it could be worse. I could be sitting at home in front of my computer doing an appraisal. Yeah, you know, they said the wind's supposed to pick up, but if it dies late tomorrow afternoon, I'll probably go out tomorrow night, to be honest with you. Because I think the temperature's supposed to hold another day, and then there's a cold front coming in, and I mean, this is cool enough for me, to be honest with you. I won't be going out there when it's below 40. Too many tore up joints in my body to be out in the cold like that. 10 p.m., I'll be there for sure. That's the best part I like. When I found this community, there's a lot of good information on shows during the night, which really helps a lot. You know, I can watch on one monitor, I can watch somebody fishing, and on the other one, I can watch the shows. And I've learned a lot from that. You know, like the reels and rods and stuff like that. And it'll just get better. You know, especially once it gets warmer and I can go out 3 or 4 times a week. Because I already know a couple spots on the White River, believe it or not, really close to downtown Indianapolis, that there are big catfish there, and some of them you can access from the bank. But the other 2 I know about, you got to have a boat. Oh, yeah. It's so hard to get out, especially, like I said, I'm really lucky. I am one of the most blessed people in the world in the fact that I've worked for myself for 20-some years. You know, I have no boss, and if I don't make money, it's my fault. You know, but then again, I don't need a lot of money because my kids are raised, you know, and it's just me. And I don't know, I got a dirt bike, a street bike. My car just got paid for last month, and fishing poles. I think I'm doing pretty good. I'd like a motorhome, but then again, I'd have to put gas in that. I got a little Ford Escape hybrid because of my work, because I have to drive around, see houses. It gets like 32 miles to the gallon. And I drove the Buick. Pop's got a Buick Enclave, which basically sits in the driveway. They don't drive much. And I drove it the other week to go see houses. And it cost me $50 to fill it up to begin with. And my God, it was on empty after the day. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be driving this very often. Even though it's so much more comfortable than my car. It's like a Cadillac, man. Yeah, they are bad on gas. I'm lucky if it gets 19 miles a gallon, but it sure gets comfortable on that 19 miles. Oh, wow, man, I am sorry about that. My doctor's on me about diabetes because I'm not real smart and I don't pay attention, you know, and I eat junk. She told me I better get on it. I've been an SUV guy now, I think, since the 90s. I bought in 91, or in the 90s, I had an Isuzu Rodeo that was a killer vehicle, man. 5-speed, 4-wheel drive, had, you know, manual lockouts. That thing was awesome, especially going dirt bike racing, you know, pulling the little trailer and having to, you know, get off in fields and stuff like that for pits. And ever since then, every vehicle I've had has been an SUV since. I mean, I sleep in mine when I go dirt bike riding or camping. I set my Easy Up and back it up and raise the hatch, and I put the sides on the Easy Up, and it's like a big camper with my SUV as the bed. Yeah, that's me. My doctor's like, I joined a gym actually 2 weeks ago, believe it or not, but I went ahead and paid for the year so I could go anytime I wanted. And I'm going to have to start, you know. For one, if I dropped a little bit of weight, my left knee wouldn't hurt as bad. And my right one I had replaced about 5 years ago, and it's good. The left one needs it, but I can't. Right now with, you know, mom and dad and all, I can't be down that long, so it'll just have to wait. Hey, good afternoon. Oh, shoot, you just faded out before I could see who it was. Lisa, hey, good afternoon, Lisa. Thank you for coming in. I gotta tell you, it ain't been real exciting. Them poles look real pretty sitting there, but that's all they're doing is sitting. And I got shitty bait today. I'm not gonna lie, it's my fault. I should be better prepared next time. I should have stopped and got me a couple chicken breasts and cut them up, and I didn't just because I didn't want to go to Walmart. Yeah, it is a nice view, isn't it? I mean, that's what I can't complain. It's December and I'm sitting out here and I don't see any snow anywhere, which is awesome. I need to go see if I got any Motrin in my car because my knee, it's getting cold. My knee's going to hurt, but I'm sure I don't. I think I took the last couple. We are hoping Brian catches a fish, but we don't see it happening right now. But I am not sitting at home in front of my computer screens. I'll be right back. I gotta walk up to the truck. Right, right. Oh, yeah, them knees letting me know that it's cold and I'm sitting in a chair, that's for sure. I'll be right back. Pray for Motrin in the car. Okay, that's better. I'm back. And that made Motrin, but I did have some aspirin, Bayer aspirin. And that's going to help for sure. Yes, ma'am, Miss Jody. Oh, yeah. I'm going to eat my sandwich because I ain't ate nothing all day and I know better than that. I need a keeper. That's what it is. I'm as bad as a darn 10-year-old child. It's my fault. And today we have cheddar cheese Pringles, quality food product, cheddar cheese Pringle, and a mega ham and cheese sandwich, which says it's good till 1/6 of 22, so they must have just made it, I'm thinking. Here, Pitchy, come on, man, hook a brother up. Can a brother get a fish hook up or what? Again, if I don't say hi or I don't respond to your comment, it's because the screen is down there and I can't see it that well. Yep, better do it. In fact, I forgot I better take my aspirin while I'm thinking about it. I did get a towel wise up there and folded it up and put it in the bottom of my lawn chair. My butt's much warmer now. I remember when I was a kid and me and Dad going fishing, and we'd have a couple bottles of pop in the car, no cooler, and I remember him saying to me when I was a kid, "You're just going to have to learn to drink pop warm and go fishing." I'm like, okay. I suppose we couldn't have bought a cooler or nothing with us, you know. And bologna, we had bologna sandwiches then. I'm not a big fan of the bologna sandwich these days. I'll eat them. But I grew up kind of poor and we ate a lot of them when I was a kid. Come on, Bayer Aspirin Company, do your thing. Oh, I love Miracle Whip. I'm the only one in my family that eats Miracle Whip. I think it's the greatest myself. In fact, I grabbed 2 packs of Miracle Whip at the Speedway when I got this sandwich, because I forgot to bring anything with me when I left the house, because I am so well organized, as you can tell. It's amazing my son turned out so well considering I was a single parent and I am so unorganized. But he's a good kid. I got lucky. Well, my bad part is I haven't eaten anything all day, and I don't know what time it is, but it's like, man, dude, you better eat something or you'll start getting shaky. You know what I mean? I'll get shaky if I go too long without eating. And, I haven't eaten anything since yesterday evening. And then, I think it was only a couple grilled cheese sandwiches and Pop-Tarts after that in the evening time. Because Pop-Tarts are good anytime, correct? But I'm sure after I eat, I'll get my second wind. Yep, me too. So I tell anyone that travels with me, I tell them that. You get hungry, you gotta tell me. Because I'll drive all day and not even think about it. I did go by the river. It's still up pretty good. I'm not sure I could have got to the place anyway. on, fish, hook a brother up. Well, I'll tell you what, you can see that Uncle Lou rod from the parking lot. Okay, we'll save the other half of that a little bit later. Gotta go get my battery pack and plug my phone in. I almost forgot that part. And then we're gonna freshen up bait on the Uncle Lou rod, I think, and try and get it out there further. Because I'd say this section where I'm at, from the point of this peninsula over to that side, is 50 yards, maybe 60 at the most. I should be, and I'm thinking there's probably a channel runs through there, the steep that bank is, and just kind of flow of the water looks that way. So I think we'll try and make a hero cast after I go get my battery pack, because I'm an airhead. I was just up there, and no, I didn't get it. Oh boy, getting up's tough. I may have to quit sitting down for a while. I think the bait casting thing is going to work. I can't wait to work on it a little more. Because I don't have the spool turned loose yet, you know what I mean? And I'm getting out there 50 yards, I'd say, right now, which means that'll get better. I hope, anyway. And it sure is smooth. Okay. Remember what I was told. I'll hook the battery pack up to the phone. You know, I believe I'm catching a fish before I leave today. I'm thinking positive. Exactly. I've been singing the Here Fishy song myself. Can't see. Oh, hey, Sunfish, how are you? Like I said, if you come in and I don't say hi, it's because I can't see. I just don't see the words really well because I had the phone sitting down there out of the wind. So if you come in and I didn't say hi, I apologize. It's not because I'm an a-hole. It's just because I'm old and I don't see good. Which a few of the people here can relate to, I think. And I know it's kind of far away from the poles. It looks far away, but it's the best I can do right now. All that stuff I'll learn to do better as I do this a few more times. Yeah, I know, it'd be nice to, but if I don't, at least I got to, you know, I learned how to use these big poles. You know, I always try to find the positives in life, and so I learned to use the big poles, which helps, and I learned that I don't like the way I got my rigs set up, but I am lazy. I am not changing them in the middle of my fishing. They'll be all right for today. Okay, great, man. I appreciate it, Mr. Stone. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out, man. You guys, like I said, y'all have no idea what it means to a guy like me. I'm going to plug my battery pack thing into the phone because I have no idea where my battery's at. And that way, it won't go dead on me. I bought this little battery pack for camping and dirt bike riding. It was a dandy. It says it's supposed to jump a diesel motor. It says it will. I jumped Pop's Escalade off with it the other day. He left the lights on the inside, even though he says he didn't. But I was like, yeah, pick your battles. So I just went along with it. Okay, Danny, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, you have no idea. This is a DB Power Jump Starter Power Pack. I used it all week. I went to Kentucky in October dirt bike riding and camping for a week. And I'd charge my phone and my pad and stuff with it. And I would plug this into the cigarette lighter during the daytime and charge it back up. I think I only had to charge it back up 2 times in 7 days or something like that. It's another one of them, you get what you pay for things. We'll get this. It'll happen. Or actually, the towel in the bottom of my little cheap lawn chair helped. My butt was getting cold. So I should be good for another hour or so at least, I'd reckon. Anybody know what time it is? Indiana time, I mean. No, I don't think his bike's fixed yet. I think he said the thing will be in 4 days to a week or something like that. A lot of pretty ladies my age walking their dogs around here. I'm gonna have to bring my dog out and walk around here. 2:30 Central, so that makes it what, I guess 3:30 my time. Is that in Iowa, Mike? I think that storm front's headed our way tomorrow. Oh man, that's scary. I've only seen one in my lifetime, and one was enough. They're scary, man. And this time of year is just like, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's scary. They had one when I was a kid, went through a town a little bit east of where I live and tore a funeral home down, or went, funeral home was in the path and had coffins and stuff spread out all through the cornfields and everything. Leveled a high school, and if I remember correctly, it wasn't an hour or so after school got out. Come on, fish. I can't go home till I get one of you at least, man. I'm sorry. It's just how it's gonna have to be. I don't want to be sitting here at 6 o'clock in the morning freezing. I suppose I should have checked my email today sometime to see if there's any appraisals. Oh, I missed the chat and I got gloves on that won't come back up. Oh well. I moved the phone up here for a little bit so I can see. Oh wow, yeah. No kidding. When I was a kid, they always said a tornado wouldn't go over a body of water. And I always believed that, but I know it's not true now. I think they probably told me that so I wouldn't be scared when I was a kid, because our city is basically ringed by White River. From the east, comes around the north, and it pretty much makes a ring around the whole town. I think they used to tell me that so I wouldn't be scared, probably. The more I think about it. Yeah, exactly. It's not true. It'll go across water. Yeah, I seen water spout on Lake Michigan before. Yeah, Mother Nature's nasty, man. I remember it was George Carlin done a bit about, people always talk about, humans affecting the earth and everything. And he was like, oh no, when this planet gets tired of us, it'll just wipe us out. And it'll still be here. that back down, put the box back on it so the wind don't blow it over again. Ah, there you go. Knuckle brain. That actually works out really well. Setting the box on the selfie stick thing that's got 3 prongs sticks out the bottom. Yeah, this is a really strong planet, people. I think sometimes they give humans too much credit. You know, this planet can devastate the entire population if it wants to. Oh yeah, I'm going to get a cart for sure. That's the best part about even, you know, being able to get out right now in December, so I can get a game plan, and throughout the winter I'll, you know, acquire all the stuff and put it together. Yeah, that's a for sure. I'm just trying to decide what kind I want. What up, J-Dog in the house? Yes, you are. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah. Yeah, you know, and like I said, just I'm going to make a cart, and coming out here gives me some ideas of what I want to put on it and how I want to make it, which it'll probably be overkill, to be honest with you. I know me. You never know. It could even have an electric hub and make it, you know, like an electric walking golf cart. Take one of them and use the wheels and axles off it and put it on your cart. Not that I'm lazy and would mind pulling one around, but I am the laziest human being on the planet. I've been lucky. The wind hadn't been that bad, really. It's going to get bad starting probably about 5, they said, which means it'll probably end up running me off around then, and I'm talking, you know, 15, 20 mile an hour type of wind. You know, the mini fridge is not a bad idea, or one of them battery powered coolers. I'm all about creature comforts, man. I could always take the battery operated cooler with wheels on it and make it the cart itself with attachments around it to hold everything. Then I would have cold beverages in the summertime. I have to remember to stop at CVS and buy a big bottle of Motrin to keep in my truck. Oh, let's see. Rod's, the one on the left is an Uncle Lou, and the one on the right is a sumo, catfish sumo chopstick. And the bait casters, I can't pronounce it. It's PACIFUN, I think it is. And the spinning reels, an Avenger 6000. Akuma, I think, is that right? Yeah. I can't wait to see what it feels like to have a fish on one of them. But this place was a shot in the dark, really. I've never been here, and I just, went on what someone told me, that there were some cats in here. And, hell, they could be talking 10-inch channel cat or something, you know what I mean? I do know there's a creek that feeds it, and a couple springs, because even when it's really hot out and dry, this thing holds water real well. I think my first thing I'm going to work on is rod holders before I get a cart. Come on, fishing poles, make Daddy proud. Yeah, I got a really good first aid kit in my dirt bike gear bag, which is usually when I go somewhere, that's what I'd be doing, and I'd have it with me. But yeah, I'm definitely stopping at CVS on the way home and grabbing a giant bottle of Motrin. And the bad part is, I always forget. I sit there and let my knees hurt, or my left knee hurt, and never think, dude, all you gotta do is take some aspirin or something. And 9 times out of 10 it works when I remember to do it. And I should have got some chicken, man. I'm kicking myself in the butt now for not doing it, actually. But I don't do mornings real well. So I should get all my crap together the night before. It'd probably behoove me immensely to do that. And I haven't got my truck or car stocked yet for the winter. I usually keep a pair of coveralls, a thick sock hat and gloves and stuff in there, and I need to get all that stuff out of the garage and put it in there. It's about time. In fact, I need to get a new pair of coveralls or bibs. My other ones shrank. I wore them for 4 years and they shrank. Now I can't wear them. I'm going to figure out how to make it where the chat doesn't disappear. Because I know I'm missing stuff. Hello, Hooks, how are you? If I miss you, if you came in and said hi and I didn't say hi, I can't see the darn screen. I'm not going to lie to you. And if I move it up, the wind blows too bad. So I would rather it sit down there where it doesn't have that wind sound and not be able to read stuff as well. So if you said hi and I didn't say hi back, it's not because I don't like you or blew you off. It's because I'm old and can't see your ass. That's a fact, Jack. That's a fact, Jack. How it gonna be? DMV'd like that, wouldn't he? That's a fact, Jack. How you gonna be? Oh, there, John. How are you? Thank you for coming around and saying, hey, buddy, I appreciate it. I wish it was more exciting, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not catching crap, but it'll get better. Yeah, no, Jack. Smack Jack. Take him back to the shack somewhere. And I'll tell you right now, I'll get frustrated and I'll take myself a trip down south somewhere where it's warm and catch catfish here in the next month. I ain't scared to drive down that far on them big highway. They get mad at me doing 55 though. I'm a good driver. I'm a safe driver. Oop, almost got excited, but it was the wind moving the line. Thought I was going to have to move fast there for a second. Dude, I would come to Texas. I've never been there, to be honest with you. I don't think the only place I've ever been west of the Mississippi was out to Oklahoma one time to pick some stuff up for a friend of mine in high school. His dad owned an electric company, contracting company, and we drove a pickup out there to pick up a bunch of crap one time. Other than that, I've never been out past the Mississippi driving. I flew to California once to go surfing. What side of Texas are you on? The east side or west side? Because if you're on the west side, that's a long ways. I'd have to take a week off or two. I already told DMV he owes me a fishing trip over there at Potomac, catch one of them big catfish one time. I'm kind of guy, I only need one of them in a lifetime. Oh, really? So if you pay the park entry fee, you don't have to have a fishing license? How cool is that? Oh, I broke a tip record one time. Drove from El Paso, Texas in one day. Whoa. Yeah, see, that's the bad part about me. I joke about the 55 thing, but I am the world's slowest driver. I do the speed limit, that's about it. And me and my friends, we'd go dirt bike racing. I never had to drive because it'd piss them off because I drove too slow. So I'd always say, I'll drive, man. We'll take my truck. Nope. Nope, you're not driving. North Central. I have to Google that and see how far away that is, how many hours. It's probably a good 12 or 13 hours at least, I'd say. Which for me translates 12, 13 hours. Google map time is 16 to 18 hours. Nice. 100 mile an hour. I was in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Mom and them, we had a cabin cruiser up on the Salamone Reservoir when I was a teenager, and I used to live in the summertime. I lived on the boat and worked at the marina. For a 17-year-old guy, it was heaven. But me and my buddy drove from Fort Campbell, Kentucky up there one time, and I forget how long it took us, but I mean, we never got below 90 unless we were in a big town. I think we had to come up through Louisville, and then around Indians were the only times he slowed down. And we was in one of them little Honda Civics back in like 1987, little bitty boxy car thing, man. If we'd have crashed, we'd have been dead. No, there's no doubt about it. I just sit in the passenger side reading Dirt Bike magazine so I didn't have to watch. That's what I told him, don't kill me. And if it's coming, don't tell me, let it be a surprise. Yeah, it was a cool little car, man. No, it was a little Honda CR-V. That's what it was, like this real little bitty car, little bitty two-seater. I don't know if it was a Civic or a CR-V. I forget what it was. It was the littlest car that they freaking made. And this kid here, he raced dirt bikes too, so he was a speed freak also. And he said, I'll get us there next, man. I'm like, man, there is no way. Yep. No, Kentucky's home of the 101st. Carolina has the 82nd. Bragg. Fort Campbell's got the 101st. Air assault, get to rappel out of helicopters. One of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. It's been a good day, man. Because typically after it starts getting cold, yeah, CRX hatchback, that's what it was exactly. I don't even think the wheels on it were as big as the wheels on my dirt bike trailer. And like I said, if you say something and I don't respond, it's because I can't see it. And for some reason, the chat, when you say something, it comes up and then it fades away. And I don't read that fast sometimes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, cool car. I had a Mitsubishi Eclipse, little sporty car. It was cool. But see, I can't have cars like that. It's like those, the crotch rocket motorcycles. I can't have them. A friend of mine got one, come over to the house one time. I was probably in my late 20s, I reckon. And he said, here, take a ride on this. This is a young guy I raced dirt bikes with. I was like, all right. I took it out the highway by my house, and I looked down. I was doing 90, and I turned around, went back, and I said, dude, man, there's no way I need one of these whatsoever. That bike talked to you. I would either died or got a lot of tickets or something. Yeah, I'm going to have to cast that lure rod out in front of me instead of the side because the wind moves the line and makes me want to jump up. Cool. My first car was a 1969 microbus. Volkswagen van. My brother had it before I did. And it was beater, don't get me wrong, but all my buddies in high school, guys with Camaros and shit, they loved it. It had a bed and a bench in it, you know, and this was the 70s, mind you, so we'd load in there with a keg of beer and head out to the reservoir and stuff. It was a cool little old ride. Ford Broncos are cool. I'd love to have one today, actually. Even the 74 Broncos are like major cool. I think they're as cool as the old Land Rovers. I'd like to have the old Volkswagen van again, to be honest with you. It had a gas heater in it that run off the gas in the gas tank. I don't know how it worked. I was young, but it wasn't like a regular Volkswagen that you froze your ass off in. We called it the Dago Mobile. They go here, they go there, they go everywhere. Oh yeah, they're cool too, man, the Rangers. I seen this thing yesterday in a shopping center parking lot. I had to drive across the parking lot to see what it was. And it was a Hyundai, I think, but it was almost like an SUV front, four doors, but then almost like a small bed in the back, like a pickup. Only like real small. I mean, it was only maybe 3 feet long or so, but it was a cool looking vehicle. It was brand new. Guy had paper tags on it. Which the bed part had a cover on it, you know what I mean? It wasn't like it was real practical. You weren't going to haul nothing in it or anything, but it just looked cool. I had a 71 Chevy pickup, 3-speed on the column with the old straight 6-cylinder. Bar none, the best motor ever made. It wasn't powerful, but hell, it'd run without oil in it. And I loved that old truck. In fact, and it wasn't even nice, you know what I mean? It was just an average old truck, and I to this day wish I hadn't got rid of it. And my buddy had a 62 Ranchero that was cool. It had a little 283 in it. Had a little chrome chain steering wheels. Yep. Yeah, when I was a kid, we made a dune buggy, rolled the body off of a Volkswagen, and had the roll bars made out of exhaust pipe. At the exhaust place, we measured and made it and welded it together with oxyacetylene torches and coat hangers, and never broke a weld on that thing. Well, I reckon I can check the bait and cast it back out straight in front of me this time. And I just wonder, because the other place directly behind me is that real shallow place. And I'm like, well, should I go there in the nighttime? You know, do they come into the shallow and feed at night? If I had somebody here fishing with me, I'd run over at Payless and get some chicken. Oh yeah, the Volkswagen was such a great vehicle, man. I mean, simplistic, air-cooled motor. My Volkswagen van, the best part about it was it sits so high up off the ground, and it had the motor and the transaxle in the back. Well, we put snow tires on it, and the thing would go anywhere in the wintertime. It was awesome. Yeah, I kicked myself in the butt for getting rid of a lot of the stuff I had when I was young, because I just never thought about it. You know, some of the dirt bikes I had and motorcycles. I do got a 1984 Moto Guzzi that was my uncle's, and he bought it brand new. And I remember when he bought it, that I told him when he bought it, if you ever sell that, let me know. And I mean, it was 3 years ago that he sold it. Oh my goodness, that is the sunshine. Yes, it is. Are you kidding me? And the looks of the sky back there, we're going to get about 3 minutes of it. Soak it up and get a tan while I can. I remember my Volkswagen van had a throttle cable, and we went to a BMX race on the west side of Indianapolis, and like 57 miles from Muncie to Indy, I think. And we were coming back on Interstate 70, and the throttle cable broke. It was about probably 5 miles from the Highway 3 exit, and then it was another 20 miles up to Muncie. And I don't know, I couldn't have been 17, I think, if that. And I got out and flipped the choke and left the choke on and drove home with the choke on to get home. And I think there was 4 stoplights between there and getting home, and I hit 2 of them. And I'd have to sit there and push the clutch in, and the motor would just Yeah, we raced BMX back in. We'd pile, I don't know, 6 bikes or so and 6 people in that Volkswagen van. We went all over Indiana racing BMX indoors in the wintertime. I think I'm gonna recast why that wind's laying down. Oh man, those knees are sore. Mountain Dew down. Mountain Dew down. We can't have that. Wind blowed my little chair over. Oops. Couldn't have stayed down for 2 more minutes, could it? Kidding me. Oh, the phone a little bit too, didn't it? Yeah, looks like it might have. Okay. Now give me 2 seconds, Win, just to throw my slack down. There we go. All right, now. Woo! Yep, that sun was nice while it lasted. Getting close to Pop-Tart time. Shoot with the important question. I got a really unimportant or stupid answer. I'm good at that. Oh, it's got to be frosted. Are you kidding me? I don't even know why they make the kind that don't have frosting on them. Seriously, why would they make a Pop-Tart without frosting? I have no idea. And who eats them? I usually eat Pop-Tarts with milk, but I don't have no milk with me, so I'll just have to eat the Pop-Tart. It's not the same. Yeah, California's EPA laws are so screwed up. Dirt bikes, for instance, when they import dirt bikes into the United States, they have a 49 state version and the California green sticker version. And if you have, like, for instance, I have a bike plated here. It's a dirt bike, and I converted it to what's called a dual sport with, headlights, taillights, and crap. If I sold it to someone in California, they wouldn't be able to register it because it was not a California model. Yeah, California, they got too many rules there for me. I'm not a good rule guy. That's why I didn't make a career out of the military, man. I liked it, but man, they had too many rules for me. Hell, I'll probably do better over the other side of that hill. The creek runs through there about 8 foot across. Here, pitchy, 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 please come and bite on my pole. And I know there's fish in this lake, man. I see bass fishing boats in here and stuff all the time. And the bank around here's got all kinds of stuff where people have been bank fishing. I gotta stay till after dark anyway, so I can try my new light out and see how it works. See if it's bright enough, you know, and if my poles light up well enough with it. So that's by God. I'll sit here until after dark time, eating Pop-Tarts and getting fatter. I don't see that as an issue. You know, and the other thing, I was in the Speedway and they had the refrigerator with the bait in it. I almost grabbed a thing of night crawlers too while I was in there. I wish I would have now. At least I could have thrown something else besides, you know, what I got. You'll always be Miss M to me, honey. I don't do change well. And it's too many letters to type by hand to type the other one. And I just seen some lady walking across there where the hiking trails. There's a big plateau right there. I do believe I could fish from over there. When I get my cart, I will walk my fat butt around that way too. Yes, I will. No, thank you, Miss M. You're awesome. I appreciate it. It's really great to have you hanging out with me. All I need is one other person and I'm happy. Then I don't feel alone. God knows I spend enough time alone at home with Mom and them. Like I said, hell, they go to bed at dark. If it wasn't for the puppy, I wouldn't have nobody to talk to at home. Yep. I appreciate you, ma'am. Believe me, I most certainly do. I appreciate all you guys. Yep, like I said, it's really nice being able to go live like this and have people typing and talking and stuff. It's really interesting. I mean, I probably wouldn't have lasted this long out here in the wind and the cold by myself. Especially not catching any fish. I'm not used to not catching fish, but it's because I fish for panfish and you can catch them anywhere. The art of it is catching the really big panfish. Little Peninsula is like a really nice sandy beach. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. Loneliness is tough, man. I'm pretty good at doing stuff by myself, you know what I mean? I don't mind doing stuff by myself. I went dirt bike riding and camping down Kentucky for 8 days by myself in a private dirt bike place that I had it to myself during the week. Yeah, it's like me at home when they go, they go to sleep at night. Well, I don't want to make a bunch of noise and shit. So I understand entirely, it's like crap. It's kind of weird. It's hard to explain. You get it though, because you have someone sleeping at the times you're awake, and you don't want to make a lot of noise, and so I kind of creep around, and fortunately I got my office and stuff, bedroom/office, where I do my work and my computer stuff at. Yep, exactly. And I got my garage with the wood burning stove and stuff in it, which probably this winter I plan on probably being out there a lot more than I have in the last 2 years. Especially if you're alone, and I struggle with depression. I take medicine for it and crap. So that makes it that much harder. That's why finding this catfishing community, man, I'm stoked. It's something that I think I'm going to enjoy doing a lot. And I just, like right now, I didn't figure I'd catch anything today, to be honest with you. My doctor just changed mine. Yes, yeah, it is an Uncle Lou rod. Yeah, man, what a quality piece of equipment, man. I am overly impressed with the attention to detail on that fishing rod. The other one's a Catfish Sumo, or Sumo Catfish, whichever it is. I'm dyslexic. But yeah, the Uncle Lou rod, man, what a quality product. I'm gonna get another one with a spin cast one. He just didn't have any. And it's kind of funny, man. I walk up there to the parking lot where my truck is, and you can see it up there plain as day. It's a medium heavy 7.6, I think it is, baitcaster. Now, if we just get to test out the heavy aspect of it, it'd be cool. And I think I need to get used to the fact that I can whip that rod when I'm casting it, you know what I mean? Now, I'm sure I can flip it harder than I am right now, but that'll all come with using them after, after a while. You know what? I haven't heard anything bad about the stuff he makes, and it, like I said, I've had a lot of fishing poles in my life, not big poles like this, mainly, like we bluegill fish, so most of my poles are ultralights, and in the last 20 years, they've all been handmade, and this rod right here is as good as they are, bar none. Hey, Brian B., nice to see you, man. The thing that stood out to me right off the bat about the Uncle Lou rod is the reel holder. It's made of aluminum, and it also has, besides the one you tighten up to the reel to, it has a locking ring also. And it's made of aluminum, and I seen that, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I knew right then, and then I started, going through the eyes and stuff in detail, and it's a quality product. I know with my motorcycles, I never buy anything but the best when I buy stuff for them, you know what I mean? Be it exhaust, tires, bars, whatever. So I'm a firm believer in the you get what you pay for philosophy in life. And right now I'm getting exactly what I paid for that bait I'm using, nothing. And it's a lot of walkers I had never known. There's people walking the trail at all times. Yeah, it's December, like I should expect to catch fish in December in Indiana. So it's not a big deal. I'm good with it. You know, I'd rather be sitting out here doing what I'm doing than at home sitting at my desk, on the computer. So I get enough of doing that, doing work anyway. Nice, nice. But it's not very often, but like I said, I fish for panfish and stuff. It's not often I go fishing and don't catch anything, so I'll just have to adjust my outlook until I, learn what I'm doing. It's not like, you take off on something new and you're automatically good at it and you do well. Crows, yep. Nice. Yeah, heck yeah. Like I said, I wish I could have got the spin cast, but I'll get a spin cast. As soon as he gets them in, I'm going to order one. Like I said, I like good stuff and quality made products, and that pole's, as far as I'm concerned, it's as good as it comes. But I haven't seen, the whole spectrum of catfish fishing poles, but I know quality workmanship when I see it. It although the bait casting, I'm not gonna lie, one day I learned to use it, and I've not had a backlash yet. I don't have it loosened all the way up, but it's pretty loose from when I first started. I mean, it freewheels. If you drop the lead, let it drop the sinker and land, it'll backlash. Cool. Yeah, just keep it till we need it. I have a friend that assumes anytime he borrows something, it's that way. I had to put my name on all my dirt bike straps because he'd borrow them and then say they were his. And I was kind of picky about dirt bike straps because when I was a kid, I had a dream about the straps breaking and my dirt bike coming off the trailer and trashing it. So my whole life, I've always bought really good, or the best you can get, dirt bike tie-down straps. I even won a pair of custom tie-down straps at a dirt bike race one time that our local dealership didn't sell this brand. And I let him use them one time, and he swore to God he bought them at that dealership. I'm like, man, Colt Outbacker, I'll tell you right now, they do not sell them there. Yeah, they do. I bought them. I'm like, no, you didn't. That's my tie-downs. So from then on, every pair I get now, I got a big one in big, thick black Sharpies, and I put my initials on them. Yeah, exactly, just like when going to camp. 100% exactly like that. Because my friend thinks he owns everything. God bless him, he's one of them guys you can't help but love, because anytime you need something, he'll be there for you. But if he's around you for more than 2 or 3 days straight, you want to kill him. I'm lucky to have 4 friends that have been my friends since I was a kid. And we may not see each other for 6 months or a year even, but all of us know we're only a phone call away, you know what I mean? And if you can have 2 or 3 good friends in your life, you're blessed, man. That's all you need, really. I'm not like one of them guys who knows everybody, But I am one of them guys who will talk to anyone. I mean, I believe in, making someone, a stranger or whatever, anywhere, feel comfortable, and I've been that new guy at whatever the event is or whatever. And if I see someone new somewhere, like especially at the dirt bike races, I used to do it all the time because you could always tell the new guys they were real nervous, and I'd make a point of talking to them. Yep, exactly. Like I said, I've got 4 friends total in life, and that's all I need because they're actually true friends. And one of my friends, there are 4 of them are my best friends, I guess is what I'd call it. But his dad just died down in Jamestown, Tennessee, last month, I think it was. And he was down there, when it happened. He called me. I was like, I'll be there tomorrow morning. And called and rescheduled all my appraisal stuff for the next week because that's what friends do. He comes and helps me when I take my pop bluegill fishing for the 2 weeks in the summertime. Yeah. Yep, exactly. It's one thing if you gift it to them. It's a different thing if they say, can I borrow it? Where I've learned in life, when it comes to friends, don't borrow. Just give them the freaking money, and then there's no hard feelings ever. Because I always get it back from them in trade one way or another. For one, I don't ever have to drive when we go anywhere because I drive too slow. So I save the wear and tear on my vehicle. Now it's kind of neat how the phone makes it look a little brighter than it actually is outside. Until it actually gets dark, I guess. Yeah, and you can spend hours stressing over stuff like that, and I just chalk it up as I'll never get it back. It's kind of like when someone does something bad to you and you harbor a grudge and you're mad at them all the time. Well, the only person you're hurting is yourself because they aren't thinking about you like you're thinking about them. It took me a long time to learn that about not harboring resentment, hate for people. Exactly, 100% right. Forgiveness is for you. And I remember when I went through my divorce, my oldest son took it pretty hard, and he was mad at his mom for years. And I told him, I said, man, you can't go through life hating someone or being mad at someone. Life's short. We're humans and we all make mistakes. I don't know. I guess I don't really hate nobody. Oh yeah, I don't loan money to family. I just give it to them. I've learned that. Yeah, there's no sense in it. But then again, I'm the kind of guy money don't mean much to, so, if I can help someone out, I'll just give it to them. I don't care. I figure it keeps my karma in check. Yep, for sure. Hey, Randall, how you doing, man? Good to see you. If you popped in and said hi, I'm sorry. I have trouble seeing the screen. It's about 3 feet from me to keep the wind from blowing on it. It's like when I was trying to do something nice for someone a while back and they didn't want it. And I was like, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it because it makes me feel good. Oh man, John. I'm telling you, dude. There are a million things I need to do around my house. A million. It's really hard where I'm at though, because I had to move back to the house I grew up in to take care of my parents, and I hate it. I hate there. I hate the town. I hate everything about it. And I couldn't get them to move to my town. I lived in what's called Hamilton County in Indiana, the most affluent county in the state, and I moved back to one of the most impoverished counties in the state. And I can't stand it there. I don't want to do anything to this damn old house. And my mom's been there since 8th grade, so they were not going to move to Noblesville. I won't block anyone, man, as long as you're nice. Not that I don't know how to block nobody anyway, so it wouldn't really matter, to be honest with you. I don't know nothing about all this stuff. But I like nice people. Yep. Sometimes people mistake being a nice guy for being a chump or a sucker, and sometimes you have to set them straight on that, too. I've had to do it a few times in life. I had pointed out one time to a guy that, hey, you know what, I'm a nice guy because I want to be, not because I have to be. I grew up in a pretty crappy part of town. I grew up on that side of the tracks. We was poor, and it was a tough place, which is why I was glad to get out and get my children out. Nice. I figure what I'm going to do is pretty much make everybody a mod, and you all can yell at each other. Yep, I will be better prepared next time. Maybe tomorrow I don't know. They said the wind was going to start blowing and there was a front coming, but I don't think they were saying the cold front was coming till Friday. I'll have to watch the weather tonight. Because if the cold front ain't coming till Friday, I don't think I have to see any houses tomorrow. So I may be able to go tomorrow. I'll go somewhere else and I'll make sure my bait is better prepared. I wish I knew if you could build a fire here where if the wind wasn't blowing, I came back here and it was cool like this. I got firewood at the house. But this is in the city limits, so you never know. And you never know when the wrong cop's going to pull up and want to have you spend money. All right, fishing poles, just one of you bounce one time. I'll even get a kick if it's just a hit, man. I don't even have to catch you. Just I want to see the tip of one of them bend one time, see what it looks like. heck, I could be on the wrong end of the lake. They could all be down at that end and I wouldn't know it because I've never been here before. And I have no idea how deep it is out there. I know the other side over there, the bank's pretty steep, so I'd assume that's kind of deep. Woo, here comes that wind. Hey Hawk, how are you, man? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, man, be safe at work. Be careful driving. You'll get tired of hearing that if you hang around me much. I always tell people, be careful driving. It's not you, it's that other idiot on the road that you got to worry about. Hey, man, I appreciate it a lot, Hawk, dude. You have no idea. And this is the first one of these I ever done, and the fact that someone even came in is just, I mean, I'm so stoked by it. I had no idea what it would do. I just thought it'd be neat to do, and to be honest with you, I've been out here in this gray, yucky old day for 4 hours, and I haven't felt alone once because I had people talking on there. It's really cool. I like it. And if you come in and I didn't say hi, man, I apologize. That screen's small. I just cannot see it that well. Yeah, it will be addicting. I could see how. Especially during warm weather when I can catch fish. You kidding me? Because there's these, like I said, there's these two places really close to downtown Indy that I know have 30 and 40 pound blue cats in it, and I'm getting me one of them this year. One of them, though, you have to have a boat to get to it, but it's only maybe a quarter mile from the boat ramp. And my little fishing boat, because the river's not real swift right there, and I think I can use my little fishing boat with the trolling motors on it to get up there and fish. Because it'd be pretty much floating down the quarter mile, not really using the trolling motor, and then trolling back up that morning probably. Yes, the AOL, oh my God, with the dial-up, yep. I remember I was addicted to it. And then I was a lineman in the cable television. I worked for the cable television company before I became an appraiser. And I became an appraiser because my knees got bad. But my company was the first one in Indiana to launch high-speed modems. And we got to test them before they went out to the customers. I was a system technician, so we had them in our houses to learn what they done, what made them quit working and stuff like that for the first year. So it was really cool. Yeah, there was a lot of money made and lost in that time span. Who'd ever dreamed it'd get to where it is now, where you can sit on a phone and talk to people states away with a live video going, you know what I mean? And it just seems to me technology in the last 20 years has moved so fast, it's almost not real. We went from a dial-up modem to not even having to have a modem at all. Oh wow. I mean, when I first started doing appraising, my first digital camera I used floppy disk in it. And you could get one house inspection basically per floppy disk. So I had to keep them all. We were supposed to keep our files for 5 or 7 years, something like that. And I had a closet full of boxes full of floppy disk, categorized by each year. Yep. I'll tell you a funny one about that. When I was a kid, we had a boat on the Ohio River, and my dad's boss, Old Man Foster, and this would have been 68 or 69. And he said, back then, he said, you're going to see a day someday that people buy water to store in little bottles and pay for water we get free. And they all laughed at him. And how in the hell he knew back then, I'll never know. Yep, I'll probably give it another half hour and then I'm going to go to the house, I think. The excitement has got me so worn out. I don't think I could reel another one in. Oh man, are you kidding me? Yes. I'll tell you one that if I could invest in 20 years ago, I would, is the Dollar General store. Those things are in every little community around here. Yeah, for sure. IBM, Google, Apple. All right, John, man, I appreciate it, dude, and I look forward to seeing you again. I'll be in the other chats tonight or the lives chatting when I get home because I don't have anything else to do. We'll see you later, man. I appreciate it. Yep, for a fact, man. You know, if you just had the foresight, because there are people that hit those, you know what I mean? They just have the foresight to see what, like I said, the old man in 67 that said you'd be buying water in a bottle at the store. You know, and that there was no way, that was unheard of, wasn't even thought of back then. Oh yeah, for sure. There was a Kmart like a mile from my house. Yep, for sure. Yeah, Walmart killed everything, man. That's a fact. I don't know if you've ever seen the South Park episode, Because I Am a Child, but actually my son was in high school and watched it all the time. But there's a South Park episode about the Walmart and the giant computer that controls everything. It was pretty cool. You don't want to leave now. We have such bargains. Come back, Walmart shopper. You're not leaving yet. We've got to destroy the Walmart. And then COVID is just exasperated it tenfold, because anyone that even was getting by as a small business in any town that had a Walmart pretty much got run out, but yet Walmart was essential, you know. Your small business was not essential, so you have to close, but the liquor store could stay open. And you couldn't go to church or to a funeral, but the liquor store could stay open. Which was just, if you think about it, the last 2 years have been really crazy. Oh, yeah, cool, man. I appreciate it. I'll be honest with you, I'm getting ready to call today. The polls haven't moved, and maybe I can get back out tomorrow. We'll see. If not, there'll be another day for sure. Yep, Wally, I seen that. I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh yeah, you can see the sun now that it's behind the horizon. But you can also see these clouds moving about 30 mile an hour, it looks like. Yeah, every bit of 30 mile an hour. I'm going to have to work on a chair that I want to fish out of that's more comfortable. This is this little cheap one, but I brought it because it's lightweight. But when I get my card, I'm going to have to work on my chair status. I see you, Skull Man. Be careful. Miss M, I'm getting ready to call today, I think. I'm getting bored, and I'm mad at myself actually about the bait situation. I knew better. I should have got some chicken. Where I do know, if I go to the reservoir by my house, that I'll get some chicken for the catfish, but I'll make up some old-fashioned dough ball like we used there when I was a kid to catch some of them big old carp, just to be reeling something in. Because I know it has huge carp in it. Oh, sure I will. The last thing I'll do is shut it down, honey. I appreciate it a lot. I'm still trying to convince myself to get up out of the chair, to be honest with you. And I feel bad because there's 3 young people over there on skateboards in shorts. And I'm sitting here with long pants, 2 sweatshirts on, and my butt's cold. Yeah, that's true. Especially when you're in places like this in town that, you know, this is Indiana, and not all places are really good places. But then again, I got a concealed carry permit. I don't go anywhere unprotected in life these days. It's just not safe. There's too many crazy people out there. See it all the time. You know, people get road rage incidents and stuff, kill people. I'm like, really? But I refuse to live through life scared, so I got me a pistol and I live happily and safe, and I don't worry about nobody. Boy, wouldn't it be something if one of them just dipped down real quick while I was talking about leaving? Yep, I agree. You know, 20 years ago, I never dreamed that I would carry a pistol with me anywhere, to be honest with you. Never would have dreamed it. But the stuff you see these days, man, it's scary. People are crazy, and I don't understand it. Yep. I got a little Ruger 380 that I can put in my front pocket, and you can't even tell I got it. It's got 6 shots in it. It's a perfect little pistol to carry around town. But I just don't know what happened to people, you know what I mean? It's like in the last 20 years, did they put something in the water that everybody lost their mind or what? Lord forbid you mention common sense to anybody or ask somebody to work, reason through a problem of some kind. But the screen doesn't tell me that. Yeah, that's true. Money and possession obsessed. I appraised a lot of really rich people's houses where I lived before that were getting divorced. So I know for a fact firsthand money does not buy happiness. You can do a lot of shit with money to occupy your time, but it doesn't mean you're happy. My dad's best friend, he's got a house probably worth $1 million, I'd say, on a lake about the size of this that's his, out, and surrounded by woods and stuff. And the guy's a stone cold alcoholic, single and drunk every day. And loaded with money that he grew up an orphan, so I have no idea where his money's going to go when he dies. But I'd rather be poor and happy. I grew up with a mom and dad who were supportive and loved me, where my cousin grew up down Tampa, Florida, and his dad and dad was rich. He worked at a Mercedes-Benz dealership across from Tampa Stadium, and to this day he hadn't seen his dad in 5 or 6 years. They don't even talk because he was never there when he was a kid. We'd go camping and stuff and come home, mom and dad had $10, but we'd done something that weekend together. Which I guess is why I'm living at home taking care of them now, is because they were good parents to me. Ooh, the wind's kicking in the back of my neck. I wonder how many laps around that this guy's run, but that's 3 I know of, and it's a good ways around here. It's got to be a good mile around here, I'd say. Okay, you guys watch my poles. I'm going to start packing this stuff up here if I can get my knees to straighten out. Oh, crap. Let's see. That there like that. That'll work. Let's see. Yeah, we can put these in here still. That right there. Put that right there. Yep, 100% right. Like I said, I've seen a lot of real unhappy rich people. And I've seen a lot of rich people whose kids hate them. That's the one I would never want to have. When I got divorced, me and Justin, I was a single parent to my son. And I was just transitioning over into appraising, so I was just starting out, and it was tough. And there were a lot of times we didn't have much, but, it was the best 4 years of my life ever because me and him were together. It was really cool. And money could have never bought it, I can tell you that. Minnows or nothing that I've seen ever swimming around the shore. They must go somewhere and hide when it gets like this. I do not know. Okay, how you want to do this? How about take a couple trips, I'm thinking, to do it the easy way. Put the little battery pack up and remember to put it on charge so it's always full. We'll get that, a fancy little tackle box made of cardboard. Guess you got a good view of the ground, don't you? Oops. Oops, I never thought about the wind blowing the phone thing over again. Let's see here why we get the poles together. We put that on there, that'll keep it from blowing over. Let's see. Just about got it all, don't we? Get my Nectar the Gods cup. Pick up my cigarette butts. That's what they teach you at Fort Campbell, Kentucky in the basic training. Let's see, what else? I reckon I can carry y'all all the way up there, couldn't I? Maybe. Let's see. Nope, can't do it, guys. I got carry my little cooler and my glass with me too, so I greatly appreciate y'all hanging out with me. You have no idea. Talked to Taz telling me I was rocking his hat today. Maybe to bring me luck next time. Cut my finger. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time. I'll probably unite in some of the lives. Bye.